Bienvenidos chicos, bienvenidos un día más que no se falla. Bienvenidos a un nuevo directo, capítulo número 9 de la serie de The Witcher que estamos llevando. Y nada, vamos a darle fuerte porque hoy se vienen otras dos misiones. Bueno, ayer dije que eran dos misiones, al final hice una. Bueno, fueron dos, pero no eran las dos que yo quería hacer. Era la historia de Ciri y luego la historia del varón sanguinario, que la tenéis subida ya por supuestísimo al canal de YouTube, que si no me seguís todavía pues está por aquí abajo, justo debajo de mi nombre tenéis mi canal de YouTube. Y bueno, ya si os pasáis por Instagram y me seguís, ya bueno, ya os coronáis. Pero bueno, están todos subidos y los podéis ver todas las veces que queráis y darle me gusta todas las veces que queráis también. Así que vamos a empezar con esto. Un momentito aquí. Vale, vamos a darle.
The Witcher's contact in Velen was to be Hendrik, the Emperor's spy. Hendrik was operating incognito in that war-ravaged land. His mission, to gather intelligence about Ciri. Yet Geralt arrived too late. The Wild Hunt had reached Hendrik first. The Witcher learned nothing from the spy's corpse, but the Wraiths had failed to find his notes. Geralt read them and knew that Ciri had been a guest of the Bloody Baron, a local warlord, and that she'd quarreled with a witch.
Vale, eso fue más o menos lo que vimos ya. Fuimos a visitar a un comandante, un posible comandante, no sé, quedó claro si era comandante o no. Se llama el varón sanguinario, y el varón sanguinario, a cambio de la información sobre dónde está Ciri o dónde podemos encontrarla, pues nos dijo que rescatáramos a su familia. Y, o sea, a su esposa y su hija. Así que vamos a ver si conseguimos terminar esa misión para hallar más pistas sobre Ciri, que es lo que nosotros queremos. La vida de sanguinario a mí me da igual. Yo solo quiero pistas. Solo quiero pistas. Así que vamos a ver si esto carga. Otras veces tarda menos en cargar, Madre mía. Ok, este es el varón sanguinario. Ahí se pone encima, varón. Y bueno, este es el hombre con el que tenemos nosotros que hablar después. Pedazo de pasillo hay aquí, Esta fue la niña con la que... hostia. La carnicería. Esto no se puede abrir, ¿no? No se puede.
So Ciri was here. The Natural Obscurity of Curses by Lydia van Bredevoort. Where'd Ciri get this?
No tenemos nada en la lista, la verdad.
A spinning top. Gretka's toy.
Vale, vamos a ver las misiones que vamos a hacer. Va a ser la persecución de la bruja y a asuntos familiares. Entonces, ayer ya hicimos pues buscar pistas en la habitación donde se hospedó Ciri. Le dijimos pues que había habido un forcejeo o una especie de pelea, Y no hallamos más pistas de esa pelea. Y ahora pues tenemos que encontrar la cabaña del conjurador. Que es el conjurador y la persecución y la bruja, o sea, el conjurador y la bruja son las dos últimas personas que al parecer han tenido contacto con Ciri. Entonces vamos a preguntarle a los dos para ver dónde se encuentra. Está un poquito lejos, pero bueno.
You white one, look like you got soused last night too. Folk don't object to your white mug. He's plowing been in there an hour already. Must be strangling a girthy one.
¿Este qué hace? Mejorar armadura, ¿ves? Para mejorar temporalmente tu armadura. Así obtienes una bonificación al atributo armadura. ¿Cómo se utiliza esto? Quiero usarlo. Ah, vale. Vale.
What are you doing? What are you chopping there, lads? Fancy an outing to find that she-beast?
Seen the Smiths last night.
Not a bad idea. Nice tits on her. I'm talking about this.
Tengo que comprarle comida, que estoy sin nada, la verdad.
We've gathered ourselves quite the collection. Why let such nice things waste away in peasant halls?
Tengo que comprar comida porque la última vez que la compré... ¡Buf! Bienvenidos, chicos. Por favor, todos los que estéis viniendo al directo ahora, norma número 1, se saluda, siempre se saluda. Por lo menos, hola, ¿qué tal? No sé qué, ¿vale? Y así pues nos vamos conociendo a todos. Esto es antiojera de caballo ni guardiana. Silla de montaña guardiana. Hostia, la silla de montaña esta está chula, Esta está chula. Voy a comprar el interquímico. ¿No tienes comida? Ah, aquí. Cebolla. Patatas asadas te ya compro una. ¿Cuánta comida? 13. Hostias, las patatas están caras, Comprar 2 patatas. Limón y guardiano. Botella de agua. Tengo 5. De agua tengo 2 botellas de agua. Te voy a comprar otra botella de agua. 2 botellas de agua. Esto es licor ingrediente químico. Comestible. Vale. ¿Cuánto vale esto? 405. Hostia, no tengo. Vale. Muchas gracias.
See ya.
Vámonos. Aquí tengo también un herrero.
How may I assist you?
Ah, un elfo también. Necesitaré las escamas, ¿no? Necesito escamas. Botas, vale, armero. A la derecha de la pantalla está la descripción del objeto seleccionado. Y en el centro de la pantalla aparecen los componentes necesarios para crear el objeto. Vale, está fácil. Y aquí los artesanos también tienen que comer. Para que el buen objeto tendrás que cargar sus honorarios. ¡Hostia! Cuando tengas el dinero necesario, pulsa para crear el objeto. Ah, pero eso es... Tienen que colectar el artesano adecuado, armero y herrero, según el tipo de objeto que quieras crear, y con suficiente habilidad para crear un objeto de la calidad precisa. Hay objetos que se pueden desmontar para obtener nuevos componentes de artesanía. Para ello, ve a un artesano y usa el panel de desmontar. Vale. No tengo ni para botas, pero tengo para coordenadas. Lingote de acero. ¿Para qué se usa esto? Sirve para fabricar equipo y objetos. ¿Puedo fabricar un lingote de acero? Lingote de acero, lingote de acero, lingote de acero oscuro, lingote de cobre. Ah, vale, porque hay 2 variedades. Vale, porque esto es mineral de hierro y carbón. Y esto es lingote de hierro. Vale. Uf, tengo que hacer muchas cosas, componente de artesanía, botas, coraza y trasto. Empuñadura. Vale. Se puede vender al mercadero de montar para tener componentes de artesanía, vale. Botas de caza. Pero, claro. Vale. Artesanía. Reparar. Hostia, reparar. A ver si puedo reparar la espada. La espada de acero, espada de plata. O sea, la tengo al 34. Oficial aprendiz armero. Vale, 134. Y quiero reparar esta. Vale. Luego. Vale. Eso para ahí. Y ahora a ver qué tienes.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
Hostia, este tiene cosas. ¿Esto qué es? Armadura de sida, la armadura de botas de cabo. Hostia, este tiene cosas, armadura ligera. Este tiene... Ostras. Vale 8 cada uno. Hostia, tengo 16 nada más, tío. Muy pobre. Muy pobrísimo. Plata. Algodón. Algodón. Es que no veas, esto es un follón, que hay un montón de cosas. Artesanía. Hay un montón de cosas aquí.
So long.
Vale, la espada, ¿a qué nivel la tengo ya? Aceite. Aceite... Tu espada tiene nada. No tengo aceite. No tengo aceite. Tengo pociones. Por cierto. 100% y 100%. Perfecto. Vale. Vámonos. Vámonos del castillo. Que ya hemos terminado. Tengo manzana, cerveza negra, rayo. Vale, en vez de cerveza, aquí voy a poner... Voy a poner aquí. Voy a poner el pan. Voy a poner el pan. Esto, ahora. Zumo de manzana. Asada. Vale. Voy a poner el pan aquí. Botella de agua aquí. Vale. Ahora sí. Y vámonos. Vámonos.
Got eyes like a cat. You catch mice too.
Go, go.
Vámonos, vamos allá. El conjurador que nos cuenta, no sé qué tiene que ver aquí el conjurador, pero no.
Hey-ya!
Yo creo que sí es. Vale, esa es la cabaña.
We'll get the old book up and see. That still deserves to hang. Got scabies.
Some strays wandered our way. Sod off, freak. What do you seek here, thing?
¿Qué quieres tú, Bastia? Yo te la doy.
What do you want?
Want to talk to the Peller?
Too late. We've got dibs on a chat with him. A long one.
What do you want from him?
To give him what he deserves.
And that is?
He done conjured auguries. Said something evil had made its nest in Edric's bowels. Told Edric to eat rowan berries. Lots of them.
Ever since Edric's lived in the outhouse. And he's got hardened pustules all over him.
Just so happens I need the Peller alive. So if you agree to leave him alone, for good, I'm willing to tell you how to help Edric.
Well, all in all,
Yes or no?
fine. Let's hear it.
A tea of mullein leaves for his belly, and cover his boils with mallow. A few days and he'll be good as new.
Noted. But if it don't work, we'll be back. Move out, boys.
Bueno, por una vez que no hemos hecho las cosas por las malas, yo creo que bastante bien, la verdad. Siempre la hemos liado.
Wonder about a man who could get Edric's friends all
Vamos a
worked
hablar con
up.
el conjurador a ver si no habla. Hola chicos, hola. Saludad. Saludad, please.
Hey, anybody home? Open up, it's
Que
safe now.
estéis en el chat, saludad por fin.
Devils. Who do they bring? What seek ye?
I need your help.
Oh, a man. Nay, a wolf. Grey, though not old. 'Tis he the Peller awaits.
Ah, pues muy bien.
You were expecting me.
Aye, as the bones declared I should. They shall come whose stench is rape and death, but the wolf shall disperse them, the white wolf. And thus he comes. Omens never lie.
Recognize this? Made of spruce wood, strong smell of juniper. Designed to protect someone.
Freshly cut spruce sprinkled with goat's blood, then tempered with an incense of earth smoke and juniper. For Anna, to protect her.
You make the amulet?
Aye, sure 'twas the Peller. After the way of his forefathers, over still water in the light of a full moon. Proper as amulets go. It protected well. Should never have taken it off.
So, designed to protect her. From what?
Oh, the besieged she was, evil all around, wanting to possess her. Old magic, born of oblivion, from dark sources emerged.
Old magic? Can you be more specific?
'Tis not for mouth speech, nor for the touch. A small protective charm, not a thing more a Pella could do.
Anna and her daughter are missing. Know where they are?
Nay, nay. Pella don't know. But the spirits could know. The Pella will augur, the spirits ask.
Spirits. Great. Fine with me. Long as I know where to look, where to find them.
Lost, must be found. Princess! None better than Princess for finding things.
Princess? Which princess?
Princess, my goat! She's fled.
Those men must have scared her off. Can we get back to the auguring?
Without the goat, impossible. No goat, won't work.
Es que hay misiones que parten de otra. Que madre mía, venga, vamos a buscar la mierda esa cabra, tío. Es que
Will you help me if I bring the goat back?
este que se encuentra la cabra te ayudo.
Princess!
El otro que se busca a Ana y mi hija te ayudo. El rey que se le pregunta no sé qué te ayudo. Pero
The
tío,
bell! The little bell's ringing. She loves it. Ring, ring, and she will follow. But for a while. But beware of wild strawberries. Raspberries, too.
Yeah, treacherous as beasts go. I always keep an eye out for them.
vale. Tiene una campana. Está la campana. Aquí. ¿Dónde está la maldita cabra? Cabrita. ¿Dónde estás?
There you are. Here, goat. Here, princess. Hoofed and horned.
Vente.
Should have known it would be stubborn. All right, time to try the bell. Come on, let's go see the beller. Do I really have to keep ringing this bell for you to follow? This way, your grace. Where the hell did you go?
Bear! Run, you stupid piece of shit!
Fenómeno.
Do I really have to keep ringing this bell for you to follow?
De que por los sitios que me lleva.
You're no roach, but I bet we can be friends in time. You've got that all-important quality every roach has to have. You don't talk much.
No one give us a rest. What princess? Flee not from the pillar, for there are wolves about.
Vale, ya tiene a tu cabra. Ya tiene a tu maldita cabra. Ahora, conjura. Conjura ahora.
Goat of mine, dearest, sweetest goat.
Me cago en la leche. Venga,
Happy
ayúdame.
for you, but I'm kinda in a
Ayúdame,
hurry.
por favor.
Anna and Tamara, they might be in danger.
The White Wolf helped the Peller, and so the Peller shall help him.
Gracias.
Blood. We need blood. A living being.
Esa, coge la cabra.
Fine. Be right back. Will this do?
Vaya ritual más raro.
They are not here. There is God. Blood. I see blood.
Whose?
No Anna. No Tamara. Just a child. A child that lives not, yet did not die.
It's over? Is that it?
That is it.
Spirits had nothing more to say? Like where they went or where they are now?
You came for an augury, and augur I did. They're gone. The child remains.
Mentioned a child. Whose?
Why, Anna's.
Anna was pregnant?
She was. And she miscarried.
Baron didn't mention it.
Afraid, perhaps. Or ashamed, or forgetful. Or perhaps he had no wish to remember.
Puede ser, no quisiera recordarlo.
Anna tell you all this? Did she come here after it happened?
Nay, not Anna. 'Twas the omens told me.
Great, so I can be sure it's true.
The omens need not your faith to be true. It is you who needs the omens to lead you to truth.
The Baron have anything to do with his wife's miscarriage?
Foul-tempered he is, and he's a fondness for hooch.
No doubt makes his temper even fouler. Did he abuse his family? Anna came to you, you must have noticed something.
The Peller's old, near blind. But Princess came and licked her hand.
So what?
She's a wise beast. Only comes to those who suffer.
What happened to the child?
In a grave thrown, without rite or ceremony, it awoke. Now it wanders, it seeks vengeance.
Hostias.
A botchling.
White wolf, wise wolf, catch the botchling. The botchling will help. Lead the wolf to the loved ones.
Botchlings suck the blood of pregnant women and eat their fetuses. They don't help.
'Tis a being cursed, and witches lift curses. If the white wolf can't lift it, he should bring me its blood. Blood will always find kindred blood.
Heard of one witcher who lifted a botchling's curse. Never tried it myself, though. I know you need to bury it under the threshold.
And give it a name. Perform the Aim Roin.
The ritual of naming? That's an elven custom.
Human, elven, dwarven, ancient. Spirits have no race. They honor not its meaning. Win a spirit's favor, and the spirit shall aid you. Ask, and it will answer. Seek, and it will show you the way.
Why do you want its blood?
Blood, blood, blood. It binds men for all ages, the living and the dead.
Sure, but what do you want to do with it?
At times, a century is too short for two brothers to reconcile. One dies before things are set right. The other then brings his blood to the Peller.
And what does the Peller do?
He awaits Forefather's Eve. He mixes the blood with milk, herbs, and hen's feet. He drinks to reconcile the dead with the living. There shall be no Forefather's Eve this year, but we'll find a way, all the same.
I hear you right. You mentioned Forefathers' Eve? Pretty old custom. Thought it had died out.
Death lurks in every bog and puddle round here. Folk know they could die, their earthly matters unresolved. Then they require help, or they'll not know peace. Forefathers' Eve must be performed. Light the tallow candles to lead them through the dark. Call them by name, appease their regrets. Only then may they depart in peace.
Vale, pues muchas cosas,
Whatever I do, I gotta find the botchling first.
Seek it at midnight, near the grave that lies empty.
If what you say is true, the Baron ought to know where that grave is.
Vale, tenemos que hablar con el varón. Pero ver dónde está la tumba, la tiene que saber. Tiene que saber. ¡Hostias!
Strike.
¿Qué está ardiendo eso, tú? Cuando se midió no estaba ardiendo, Corre, 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 corre. Corre, corre, corre. Corre, que eso está ardiendo, tú. ¿Qué coño? Hostia, ¿cómo coño echar de esto? ¿Se me da cenar?
Oswin? Where's Oswin? Anyone seen him? Believe I saw him heading to the stable. What?
Fire. You blind? Nobody willing to put it out?
Ain't that simple. Most are afraid. Baron flies into a rage. He takes no prisoners.
My brother's in the stable. We've got to save him. He'll burn alive. Him and the horses.
See what I can do.
Hurry now, quick!
Damn it, won't budge. Probably bolted on the inside. Need another way in.
You, where do I know you from, eh? Ah, right, the Witcher! Come, drink with me! Pale as a ghost you are.
I know your wife miscarried. Was that before or after you beat her to a pulp?
What the fuck are you suggesting?
Don't play me for a fool. You'd been beating them for years. Finally, they'd had enough and fled. Sound about right?
Ah! Ah!
They ran from you, didn't they?
Lying prick!
Well, how long you gonna make me wait?
Venga, tonto. ¡Hala! Acostado.
We need to talk.
olla, ¿eh? Se le ha ido la olla, o sea, se ha vuelto loco. Se ha vuelto loco. Se apegó, claro, tuvo un
Sit
aborto
down.
y se enfadó, como que
You
le sentó
beat
mal.
them.
I never laid a finger on Tamara. Not once.
And on Anna.
That's another story. She always knew how to spark my ire.
Your
Se ha vuelto
wife.
loquísimo.
How'd she make you angry? Too much salt in the soup? Socks never darned?
20 years we've known each other. She's seen me drunk and sober. She was there to greet me when I returned the victor. She was there to patch me up in defeat.
No la cuidaste como tal.
Like no other, she knew where to press, where to pinch, so it would hurt.
You beat her? For that? For criticizing you?
Oh, Witcher, you haven't a clue, have you? Well, perhaps I shall tell you about it one day. One day.
Hola
but not
chicos,
today.
bienvenidos. Saludad por fin.
Expect me to believe you are a loving father to Tamara after that scene in the courtyard?
You're free to believe whatever you wish, but she was always the apple of my eye. She had the run of the place, ask anyone. She'd ride the horses, hunt with the men, at times join them on their rounds. And they'd send for her when I flew into a rage, for only she could calm me.
Make it sound like she led a charmed life. If that's the case, why'd she run?
I'd hardly need you if I knew.
You knew they had run away from the start.
Yes, I knew.
Why didn't you tell me? Wasted my time.
Say I had. Say I'd said I had troubles. Couldn't control my wife, my daughter. What kind of flaccid prick would you take me for?
Tell me everything you remember about the day they fled. The truth this time.
I'd been soaking myself 3 days straight. Anna came to me, said they were leaving. I begged them to stay. She refused to hear it. I tried to stop her. She wriggled like an eel. We struggled. She fell. Last blasted thing I remember. Woke up in the morn, breeches heavy with my own piss. A large bump on my head. Sadly, they were gone. Know what that's like, Witcher? No. How the fuck could you? I was left with nothing. Nothing! Only the bottle.
Vaya marronazo
Tamara
tiene
present for all
este.
this? She see you quarrel?
Through the doorway, perhaps. She didn't enter the room. Shame, too. Things might have turned out differently. The sight of her always calmed me.
Signs of a fight in the room. Hole in the wall, wine all over the landing. Was that you?
We tussled. She tried to whack me on the noggin with a candlestick, but kept missing. Hit the wall and the pillar instead. I staggered backwards onto the table, spilled the wine, slipped and tumbled. Anna used that moment to flee. She rushed down the stairs, still clutching that damn candlestick. I caught her on the landing. We fell. I thought I had her. Then she turned and smacked me in the head. I blacked out. Don't know what happened next. When I came to, I was alone.
What happened next?
Next, it only got worse. I awoke at sunset, not knowing how many days had passed. Thought it was all a ploughing, drunken nightmare. And then I went to the bedchamber, and Anna was not there. Instead, There was blood everywhere. I knew she'd miscarried. My breath short, my throat locked. I neared the bed and saw it. It lay there, a tiny thing, defenseless, on bloodied sheets, dead. And it was my doing.
Maybe you're doing, maybe not. But that amulet she wore could be important. Or maybe the fact that she lost it.
Hostias. Me estoy quedando un poco congelado.
What did you do with the
Me
child?
estoy quedando congelado.
What was I to do? Took it out and buried it.
Just like that?
Damn you! I gave no thought to a funeral. It was a horror. I wanted it to end. That child had been my dream. I told Anna, the little one, our little one, to make things right. Yet she died before she could be born. Understand, Witcher? My child was dead.
Get hold of yourself. Men like you, when they break down, look downright pathetic.
You're a heartless bastard.
Mutations worked then. But here's the good news. Your dead child might help us find the one who's still alive. And your wife.
What? How?
Sometimes miscarried fetuses, if they don't get a proper burial, turn into botchlings.
Into fucking what?
A cursed creature that draws strength from killing pregnant women. Once it's strong enough, it attacks those who scorned it.
But how? How does it know?
Blood ties. They're a strong bond. A bond I want to use to find your family.
How?
One of two ways. Legends claim you can bury a botchling under the family's threshold, perform a ritual, and turn it into a lubberkin. That's a sort of, hob. A guardian spirit that could lead me to your family.
And the other way?
We kill it and draw some blood. Take that to the Peller and he does the rest.
Do not kill my child. It's suffered enough already. Lift the curse that it may finally rest in peace.
Whatever we do, we gotta find the botchling first.
I'll show you where I buried her, and I'll dig the grave at my threshold.
If it turns out we can't transform the botchling into a lubberkin, they can bury us in it. Handy either way. The sooner we resolve this, the better. Best do it tonight, at midnight.
Then wait here with me. Near midnight, I'll take you to where I buried her.
Get word to the common folk. Ought to stay in their homes tonight and draw a line of salt outside their doors. And try to sober up.
Do I take a shovel to dig up the grave?
Take it. You'll need it, but not for that.
Hostia, me queda este un poco helado. O sea, no sé qué decir. Una historia muy... demasiado bien contada, la verdad. Es una historia muy bien contada, tío. Joder, esta historia no la tienes en un juego normal. En tu vida, hermano. En tu vida. Que va. Yo esto no lo he visto tanto.
Follow me.
Vendéis con un poco, pero es que vaya... Qué cosa más tocha. Vaya cosa más tocha.
You give the child a name?
No. Why would we?
Mistake. Names are powerful seals.
No, esta historia así contada me flipan. Me flipan. Cosa mala.
Here's the spot.
Chose a
Bueno, la
lovely
música, te
spot.
imagínate esto sin la música.
Damn it, will
No tiene
you
sentido.
relent? I'm ploughing now I've done wrong.
Good. The grave's dug up. and empty.
What's that mean?
Botchlings on the prowl.
Hostias.
Look!
Hostias. Qué asco.
Take it in your arms, quick.
And if it goes Garrity, it'll bite us in the arse before we know it.
Keep screaming and it will turn rabid. It's calm for now.
Bloody hell. What happens when it gets plowing restless?
It'll bite through your jugular, and you'll bleed to death before I can help. Tell me if it starts wriggling. I'll calm it with magic. Pick it up. Take it in your arms.
Hostias, qué asco.
Merciful
Qué asco.
gods.
Qué asco.
Back to the fortress.
What? With this?
As I recall, you were the one wanted to test the old legends, change it into a lubberkin.
Oh, fuck.
Yo no sé qué cogí yo de para allá, que yo estoy un poco... Mira el niño. Este pedazo de miniatura, chaval. Este pedazo de miniatura. Este es increíble. Esto es increíble.
Scent attracting them.
It's lightning something fierce. Can't hold it. Calm it somehow.
Ansia. Vale, venga, va. Uf.
Quiet now. But what do you want to do with it?
Me? Nothing. This is your job. Told you, gotta bury it under the threshold. If the tales are true, by tomorrow it'll be a
Doméstica,
lubberkin.
o sea, se refiere a un
Then
duende
I'll
doméstico.
watch over your house and help me find your family.
Será un duende doméstico o algo, yo qué sé.
We're coming. Need to hurry. Damn it.
It worked. It stopped.
Madre mía, no me estoy creyendo esto, tío.
Chosen a name?
No.
So think of one. It's important.
It's a girl. What would Anna have named her?
Madre mía, chaval.
What now?
Es de las mejores misiones que llevo,
By the powers of earth and sky.
By the powers of earth and sky.
By the world that was to be your home.
By the world that was to be your home.
Forgive me, you who came, but who I did not embrace.
Forgive me. You who came, but who I did not embrace.
I name thee, say her name, and embrace thee as my daughter.
I name thee Daya, and embrace thee as my daughter.
Hostia.
Good. Now bury the body.
What now?
In 1 day's time, Daya should turn into a lubberkin. I'll stay here and wait. You go home.
I'll wait with you.
Out of the question.
But that's my child. And the guilt, the responsibility for all this lies with me.
Time for parental impulses? It's long past. Besides, nothing else you can do here.
But
No buts. Just Witcher's work left to do here. Gotta wait a day and a night for the botchling to turn into a lubberkin. That's it. Go home. And try not to drink yourself stupid again.
Madre mía. Mira que hemos hecho misiones
By
buenas
blood's power I summon you. With your name I
en
beseech
este
you.
juego, pero como esta ninguna.
Hear my call and arise, Dea. Lead me to those bound to you by blood.
Ok.
I think I got scabies.
Ah, el sonido ambiente de este, bueno, la tormenta, como se escucha, cómo se ve. Cómo se ve todo. Bueno, no tiene sentido ninguno. No tiene sentido ninguno. De hace 7 años este juego, tío. De hace 7. No tiene sentido ninguno, la verdad. Ya voy. Ya que mata este cabrón. ¿Esto es la cabaña? Ah, no. Pues sí.
Sure wasn't lavender they kept in there. Might be worth looking around, though.
Esto es la puerta. No sirve. Nada, mira, venís en un capítulo que es la hostia. O sea, indescriptible.
A bracelet. One of them must have dropped it. Clothing.
Es que tenéis que, cuando suba este vídeo a YouTube, tenéis que verlo entero. O sea, no tiene desperdicio ninguno. O sea, es increíble. Es increíble esto, la verdad. Ando corriendo, ¿no? ¿Cómo se supone que está?
Horseshoe. No way a pitch burner could afford a horse. Both were here. I'm going the right way. Wants to show me something more.
¡Hostias! ¿Cómo? Chavales, el droguete. Hostia, un mutágeno nuevo. Un mutágeno nuevo. Bien. Me muero. Tengo que tener la espada. Vamos. Un poquito de agua.
Necrophages had a field day. Still worth a closer look. Examine that horse carcass.
Come on.
Que revientan y me hacen esto. Esto cuando explotan. Cuando explotan le revientan la cabeza y me hacen mixto, vamos. Ah, que tengo que examinar esto. Vale.
What do we have here? Bones have been here a while. Chewed on the saddle. Necrophages will eat anything these days. Giant claws. Wasn't a necrophage made these marks. Horseshoes missing. Is this the animal that lost one in the smokehouse?
No he visto yo ahí.
Head torn clear off. Takes incredible strength. Must have been attacked by a powerful beast. Surprised him. Hope they got away. Trail goes on. Good thing it doesn't end here.
No quiero problema. No quiero problemas. No quiero problema. ¿Cómo?
A fisherman's hut. Seems she wants me to take a closer look.
Como un pescador. Hostia, hola.
Who's that? The room. Go on now.
What you seek here, sir? Our hut's out of the way. Woeful. We has nothing. We knows nothing.
Just need information. Looking for 2 women. The Bloody Baron's wife and daughter.
Not a soul have been here, sir.
Sure? Not even passing through? Daughter's medium height, about 20. Her mother's thin, about 40. Seen them?
That sir came at night, right, Mummy? Quiet, boy.
I want to help that woman. She could be in danger.
Young and seen no one, my lord. He's a kiddie. Must have dreamt it.
I want to hear this dream then. So, kid, who did you see? Who came here?
Pappy brought her at night. The lady does the medicines. She was all afeared. Talked about an awful monster. Said she had to go back. Don't know where to. Mummy and Pappy cheered her up. Gave her clothes. Hers were ragged.
Where'd the girl go? Your son said enough. No point in playing dumb anymore.
Sorry, sir, but you don't look like one of our father's men.
Because I'm not. I'm looking for Tamara and her mother. I need to know if they're alive and safe.
Tamara is high. She's to my brother's place in Oxenford. But Mrs. Anna, that's another tale. Though anywhere's better than to Crow's Perch with a baron.
Why?
'Cause he beat her, sir. Beat Mrs. Anna, I means. Everyone knew, but not a one lifted a finger for to stop it.
What happened to Tamara's mother?
'Twere like this. I was awaiting in the old smokehouse with horses. Cold as hell and so dark, couldn't see past 2 ells in front of you. Moon had risen high, and still they hadn't come. Began to fear some demon had snatched them. But finally they came forth, and we sets off towards the river. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a gale arose. Thought it'd tear my head off. And those damn birds, swarms of them coursing o'er the woods, raising a racket to make your ears bleed. Mrs. Anna screamed, bent over into herself. Tamara knelt down, gripped her arms. 'Twere then I saw it. Fiery marks on her hands.
Why help them at all? You risked a lot.
I'd a debt. Owed Miss Tamara. 3 moons passed, a fever gripped my boy. We thought he was done for. Tamara alerted, brought food and salves. We're poorer than dirt itself. She saved my boy. No 2 ways about it. Me, myself, I'd have never dared to help. But my missus told me a time of war and contempt's come. A time of folk gone wrong. We needs to repay good with good. Who stands by idly does evil as if.
Married a wise woman.
Crying shame we couldn't save Mrs. Anna in the end.
Fine. What happened next?
Grew even darker. Seemed someone had put out the stars. Crickets all went silent of a sudden. And then, from the woods, a roar. Broke out in a cold sweat, and before I could catch my breath, a beast jumped out of the woods, big as a barn, with horns and 2 burning coals for eyes. I thought I was done for. Beast attacked Mrs. Anna's horse, ripped its head off, carried her off into the woods. Our horses, mine and Miss Tamara's, got spooked and tore off willy-nilly. 'Twas the only reason we escaped. The miss wanted to go back for her mother, but my wife pleaded, said she'd die out there alone. Miss Tamara agreed not to go.
What marks?
They's, well, like burned on with hot iron. On the palms, inside.
Burned? Like a cattle brand?
Aye, though these wasn't black scars scabbed over. They's hot and glowing, as if they burned with raw fire.
Thanks for your help.
The lady. She'll be all right in the end, won't she?
I'll do what I can to see that she is. So here our paths diverge. Thank you, Dea. Go in peace.
Vamos a preguntarle porque al parecer el varón no nos ha contado todo lo que nos tenía que contar. Vamos a ir de nuevo al castillo que está allí y veremos a ver qué nos cuenta. Algo no ha dejado sin contar, eso sí.
This downpour's a bastard, it is.
No tiene sentido la UE y los efectos gráficos, o sea, la iluminación de este juego, por favor. Por favor. De los mejores juegos que tengo, de verdad. Muy guapo, está muy guapo, muchísimo que lo juego. Lo voy a disfrutar mucho.
Witcher, a word, please.
¿Conmigo?
What is it?
That night, when the Baron ordered everyone to lock their doors, stay inside. What did you and the Baron do?
Gotta ask the Baron about that. Speaking of which, know where he is?
Garden. Spends a lot of time sitting there of late.
Drunk.
No. Don't drink, don't eat. Just sits.
¿Qué te pasa, hombre? No estás triste.
There you are.
See the hollyhock there? The violet blooms. Brought the plants here from Nazaire. Anna had read some story. Insisted on having them. Spent hours tending to them, trimming, pruning. She was so content at that. And them, the frilly ones, called birds of paradise in Zerrikania. But Tamara called them dragons of paradise. She adored them. Damn shame I'll never learn which blooms would please Dea most. Though it's good to know her spirit's free.
Your loss. It must hurt. Bad. But there wasn't anything we could do.
No. Not now. Not anymore. It was too late. That was clear. Should have acted earlier. Taken them all from this damned Velen. In this hole. This reesty mire. Nothing could go right here.
Got some information about your family.
You've learned something? Well, let's go inside. It's a bit chilly out. Any news for me?
Your daughter's in Oxenfurt.
What the blazes? She all right? In good health? Safe? Why haven't you brought her back?
Never offered to do that.
How do you know she's safe? You see her at least?
No, but I talked to the man who helped her escape and then took her in. Tamara is safe and sound. From what I gathered, she has no desire to see you again. No intention to return.
Hostias,
I
vaya palo.
shan't trust some peasant dolt. I shan't trust whoever it is helped her. I need to know for certain she's safe. Go to her. You must be sure. See her yourself. I shan't believe anyone else.
Vamos a Oxenfurt.
That
Joder.
much I can do.
I'm grateful. Take this. Call it enticement. And this might prove useful.
What is it?
A letter of safe conduct. Ever since the Redanians took hold of the Pontard Delta, they made it damned hard to get to Novigrad without one. Very well. You were to find them both. What of Anna? Learned anything?
Nothing yet, but I'm on her trail.
Well, what are you waiting for?
For you to tell me about Ciri, like we agreed.
Fine.
Eso.
Word once given.
Tía, Ciri, cabrón.
When Ciri was on the mend, we took her out on a hunt. Thought a bit of galloping would warm up her limbs, gone stiff from so much bed rest.
Pantallazo blanco. Como estrellas oscuras se van a
That
derretir
lass
los...
of yours, pure luck in the flesh. To hunt down a wild boar that size, why, worthy of one of King Foltest's feasts, where he's still among the living. Ciri, come! Our haunt should be yours as I see it.
Aye, you done well, lass.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
but who goes boar hunting with a sword?
No bow at hand, no spear. My sword was all I had.
Well, you brandished it beautifully. Where'd they teach you that, anyway?
No voy a decir dónde
A
soy por
little
si
here,
acaso.
a little there.
Not surprising, given you wander the world alone.
Not alone no more. She's in the company now.
That's right. You're a member of the company. We're drinking together, killed a wild boar as a pack, you might say. But we've no notion how you arrived here. A woman in a man's garb, razor on her back. Who exactly are you? You a mercenary?
Let's say I go about my business, and when there's coin to be earned, I don't readily turn it down.
I've always held, with the world how it is today, lasses ought to know how to fend for themselves.
All right, all right. A woman could swing a sword. I've knowed one, but never seen a lady mount anything but a cock proper. All tipsy
Bueno.
on horseback. Nothing strange on account they bloody mount them sideways.
Perhaps you'd care to wager?
Think you can outrun me on an horse? Naturally. What's the stake?
Black mare. The one in the stable.
Oh, that won't do at all.
What happened? You get the jitters?
No,
So why not?
the horse is mine.
To race the Baron himself. I'd consider it an honor.
Oh, that'd be a sight to behold.
Would it ever?
Done. But if I win, I take your sword.
Agreed.
I'd not drink any more this night. You'll want your head about you. We start at daybreak.
Bueno. Vale, vale.
The day dawns.
Ready?
As ever, first one to the tower.
Man chop!
Ok. Vale, venga.
Come on, silly, don't you embarrass us!
Go on! Kick it!
Sure how it's done!
Want that horse, don't ya?
Had one just like it.
Your sword is mine!
That'll be the day. Aha!
Ganado, 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 ganado. Uf, menos mal que le deja descansar, Menos mal.
You're wind, not woman. Worthy of the best horse. The mare is yours.
Thank you.
What?
¿Un grifo?
Another chance to win.
No, esto no es un grifo. ¿Qué mierda es esto? ¿Qué mierda es esto?
She screamed like a mad woman. In an instant, all had forgotten the wager. Every man ran to save his skin, even were it to break his neck.
And they make it?
Some, aye. Others were not so fortunate. But what happened then? I must say, Witcher, seen a lot, but nothing like this. Never.
Uh-oh. I know that look.
You're a fast learner. You'll know the rest once you find my wife.
Working on it.
And making piss-poor progress.
They split up. Hadn't considered that possibility before. But don't worry. I'll find Anna too.
Vale, ahora vamos a preguntarle sobre la
Heard
bruja.
anything about there being witches in Velen?
I pay no heed to peasant babbling. Common folk see witches, wizardry, devils, and who knows what the fuck else every which way they turn.
How'd you wind up here? Just curious.
It's no secret. I was a Temerian soldier. My unit smashed at the war's start. Soon after, we'd lost hope of regrouping, driving the foe back. Those who remained wandered north. Others, deserters or merely broken men, joined us. We were a snowball rolling down a slope. By the time we reached Crow's Perch, I commanded a sizable force.
Por eso lo de comandante.
Fortress, make yourselves at home.
With Nilfgaard advancing, the local lord had fled, abandoned the Perch. Once this war's over and Nilfgaard's victorious, the Black Ones will grant me a title. All talk of a self-proclaimed baron will cease.
Can't help wondering why you made a deal with the Nilfgaardians.
What could I do? Cast myself at them and die a hero? Fuck a hero's death. Fuck death.
Rather live as a traitor.
Ere long, none will remember it. Temeria is no more. There's naught left to betray.
The local Nilfgaardian garrison doesn't look that strong.
What of it? Even were I to attack, cut them down to a man, others will come soon. Black Ones will flood this land, take control before long. Sure as we've all got arseholes, they will.
Ok.
So long.
Vale, pues esto ya lo vamos a hacer en otro capítulo, ¿vale? Hemos terminado una primera parte que ha ido muy, pero que muy bien. Un buen capítulo, diría yo. Y ahora tenemos que irnos a la otra punta del mundo. Tenemos que irnos a Oxenfurt. Y claro, eso está bien lejos. Está en la otra punta del mundo. Pero bueno, creo que está bastante completo. Tenemos que... Fue que mira, chaval. Barco mesarmero, madre mía. Materia de alquimia, armero, herrero, comerciante. Una locura lo de este mapa. Bueno chicos, pues hoy lo dejamos por aquí. Mañana ya continuamos con la tercera parte. Encontraremos a Tamara, que está en Oxenfurt, y lo continuamos en un nuevo vídeo. Recordar un par de cositas antes de irnos, que seguiremos con la serie de Perla. Tengo fecha ya, que es el día el jueves que viene, que es día 8. El día 8 tendréis el primer capítulo de Perroland después de este parón. He hecho parón porque uno de mis compañeros está de vacaciones y bueno, no podemos avanzar. Y como somos tres, pues mientras uno falta, pues no se hace serio. Hombre, si fuéramos más, que tenemos contemplado meter a más gente, así que si quieres jugar Perroland ya podrías ir diciéndolo porque tenemos pensado agregar más gente. Pero bueno, como somos tres, somos poca gente todavía y uno se ha ido de vacaciones, pues hemos decidido no continuar. Así que sabed que el día 8 estaremos de vuelta aquí con Perroland, con un capítulo que es cremita. Otra cosita, que sepáis que este vídeo, o sea, este directo estará enterito subido al canal de YouTube y que lo tendréis allí entero para que lo veáis 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 veces las que queráis. Así que que no se olvide seguirme en Twitch para no perderos ni un solo directo, porque como veréis este directo ha sido una pasada, una historia que flipa. Te quieras perder otro directo de este calibre, recordad que mi canal de YouTube está justo abajo, que es donde subo todos los directos, para que no te pierdan nada, porque yo sé que algún director me anda y digo, bueno, lo vuelvo a subir para que lo tengáis. Y no se te olvide darle a la campanita para que te avise cada vez que subo el vídeo. Más no puedo hacer para que veáis la serie conmigo. Si es verdad que agradecería que en comentarios pusiera, pues bueno, qué os ha parecido, qué hubieras hecho tú, qué decisión hubieras tomado tú, porque aquí en este juego hay un montón de decisiones. Así que he hecho todo lo posible para que veáis la serie entera, que no quiero que os lo perdáis. Es un juegazo y como tal merece ser visto. Y nada más, que espero nos vemos en el próximo vídeo y un saludito. Adiós.